Did you know that delicious, crispy Korean fried chicken you love so much may have roots traced back to African American soldiers during the Korean War? It's a fascinating story of cultural exchange and culinary innovation that has captured the curiosity of food historians and enthusiasts alike. But how did this unlikely connection between Black American troops and Korean cuisine come to be? And what role did they really play in introducing the concept of frying chicken to a nation where it was virtually unknown at the time? The Korean War, which raged from 1950 to 1953, was a brutal conflict that left the Korean peninsula devastated. Amid the chaos and hardship, American military bases became hubs of cultural interaction, where the sharing of food and cooking techniques took place between soldiers and locals. While it's widely believed that African American GIs taught Koreans how to fry chicken, a delicacy that was an instant hit, the true origins of this culinary tradition have been the subject of heated debates among historians and food experts. In this video, we'll uncover the key insights and critical discoveries at the root of Korean fried chicken. So stick around as we dive deep into this mouth-watering tale of cultural fusion, exploring the historical accounts, contrasting viewpoints, and the delicious journey that has made Korean fried chicken an international sensation. You won't want to miss a single crispy bite of this story. KFC, or Korean fried chicken, traces its roots to the Korean War. It was a brutal three-year conflict from 1950 to 1953, which kicked off when North Korean forces backed by the Soviet Union and China invaded South Korea. This invasion was part of the bigger Cold War tensions between the communist and capitalist camps. The United States stepped in under the United Nations flag to support South Korea. What started as regional tensions quickly escalated into an all-out war. The U.S. sent millions of troops to the Korean peninsula as part of the UN forces. A significant number of these troops were African American soldiers. The war left Korea's infrastructure and economy in shambles. Food shortages were severe, and economic instability was rampant. In this dire situation, American military bases became hubs of cultural exchange between the soldiers and Korean civilians. Out of necessity, Koreans started using surplus and discarded food items from the U.S. bases. This led to the creation of unique dishes like budae-jjigae, or army base stew, which blended American ingredients like Spam and hot dogs into Korean cooking. It was during this period that new cooking techniques, including frying methods brought by American soldiers, were introduced to Korean cuisine. While they were accustomed to dishes like chicken stew, the idea of frying chicken was completely new. Some Korean soldiers described this first bite as a taste of heaven. However, the introduction of fried chicken by the American troops didn't immediately make it a mainstream dish in Korea. It took decades for fried chicken to be gradually adopted and integrated into Korean cuisine as we know it today. The fried chicken was an exciting new taste sensation when first sampled by Korean soldiers in the early 1950s. But due to the country's economic struggles after the war, it took time for this dish to spread nationwide. At that time, essentials like chicken and cooking oil were extremely hard to come by. In fact, cooking oil wasn't even sold commercially until 1971. In the 1960s, whole rotisserie chicken became a luxury treat in Korea, despite ovens being more common than frying oil. Sold in distinctive yellow bags, these tongdak, whole chicken, were special dishes fathers would bring home for birthdays and paydays when they could afford the pricey meat. But a few key developments in the early 1970s allowed Korean-style fried chicken to really take off. First, cheap cooking oil hit the commercial market in 1971. Second, after the war, Korea went through rapid industrialization and economic growth, dubbed the Miracle of the Han River. This period brought major lifestyle changes, including new dietary habits, and Koreans had enough income to buy chicken and oil. Fried chicken joints started popping up everywhere, overtaking the rotisserie chicken scene. The first Korean fried chicken franchise, Lim's Chicken, opened in 1977. In 1984, the original KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, launched in South Korea, capitalizing on the fried chicken craze. Around this time, the culture of chimak, pairing fried chicken with beer, chi for chicken and maak for beer, took off. The 1990s saw explosive growth with restaurants developing unique Korean flavors to stand out. Iconic sauces emerged like the sticky sweet spicy yangnyeom glaze, made with gochujang chili paste. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 unexpectedly gave fried chicken another major boost. Many laid-off workers used their severance pay to open small fried chicken restaurants and stands. This made the industry even more competitive and dynamic, aided by Korea's excellent food delivery system. Fried chicken cemented its place as a beloved comfort food, not just a drinking snack. More innovation followed in the 2000s: boneless chicken, new chimak pairings, green onion chicken, padak, and flavors like cheese and honey butter chicken. By 2016, 1 in 4 franchises in South Korea were fried chicken spots. Today, there are more fried chicken restaurants in the country than McDonald's worldwide. Well, while the story of Korean fried chicken seems so well furnished, there is a debate regarding the origin. But before diving into the debate, if you're finding this interesting, be sure to give this video a like, and a sub to the channel would be delicious. There's so much more deliciousness to uncover, and I am sure you don't want to miss any of this. Okay, let's start the debate now. The idea that Black American soldiers introduced fried chicken to Korea during the Korean War has sparked some heated debates among food historians and experts. While most agree that the American troops brought over aspects of their cuisine that influenced Korean food culture, there are some contrasting views on the specifics of fried chicken's origins. You might have seen celebrity chef Alton Brown's bold claim that Korean fried chicken is so darn good because it was taught to Korean cooks by African American GIs after World War II. And there's truth to that, mostly. Pinpointing the exact origins of a cuisine is always tricky, but most food scholars believe that yes, the Black American soldiers stationed in Korea from 1950 to 1953 likely showed their Korean bunkmates how to fry up some crispy chicken goodness. The popular story goes that when these soldiers wanted a taste of home for Thanksgiving, with no turkeys around, they whipped up some fried chicken and shared it with the Korean troops. For Korean troops, chicken was normally just boiled in stews like samgyeopsal, so biting into that first piece of deliciously crunchy fried chicken was like a taste of heaven. However, some argue that frying chicken wasn't completely foreign to Korean cuisine. There's an old royal dish called pogye that involves stir-frying chicken with flour and seasonings until crispy. Pogye first appeared in a Korean cookbook written by a royal doctor during King Sejong's reign, 1419 through 1450. But this delicacy was likely only enjoyed by the royal families and nobilities since meat was an expensive rarity for commoners back then. And it's quite different from the battered, deep-fried style we associate with Korean fried chicken today. The origins of Korean fried chicken may be steeped in debate, but one thing is clear: this iconic dish has become a global phenomenon deeply woven into South Korean culture. From the humble beginnings of the novel Taste of Heaven, Korean fried chicken underwent a remarkable transformation. Economic growth allowed cooking oil and chicken to become more accessible. The birth of the chimak culture, celebrating the perfect pairing of crispy chicken and beer, embedded fried chicken into the social fabric. From humble street stalls to massive franchises like Kyeochang and Lim's Chicken, Korean fried chicken has taken on a life of its own. Unique flavors like the addictive yangnyeom sauce have made it a taste experience unlike any other. So whether you believe the tales of Black American soldiers introducing frying methods or that it stemmed from ancient royal cuisine, one thing is certain: Korean fried chicken is a true cultural ambassador. It represents the blending of American and Korean influences into a delicious phenomenon. Now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the origins of Korean fried chicken? And which recipe or pairing is your favorite?